while on land, all of the Earth's monsters have been collected and are living together in a place called Monsterland.
Look! You fools! You're in danger! They're here already! You're next!
The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
You're next! You're next! You're
Good evening, my children of the grave. I bid you welcome to the Haunted Hotel's Dead End Drive-In. It's Halloween and time to celebrate not only the spookiest time of the year, but also our 12th year anniversary of bringing you terror. Tonight, I have a special treat in store for you. Your Halloween Dead Time story is about the one and the only, the great Harry Houdini. It stars Paul Michael Glaser and Sally Struthers, along with a bushelful of devilish co-stars. It tells about Houdini's career and his search for a true medium to contact the spirit of his deceased mother, and his wife's search to find a medium as well to contact Harry after his demise. Will the veil be pierced and the afterlife be exposed, with Houdini making his greatest escape of all time from beyond the grave back to the land of the living? Let's find out. Now, why don't you pull up that tombstone, crawl under your grave blanket, and hold on tight to your ghoul friend. And I'll begin tonight's Halloween special, The Great Houdini.
His mother called him a lunatic. He was a fellow who did crazy things. No one ever understood why he tried to kill himself twice a day, 3 times on Saturday. All he would ever say was that he wanted to escape. Part of his act was to have himself handcuffed and sealed in a coffin. After his wife passed him the key and a kiss. Like his mother said, a lunatic. Maybe that's why we all loved him. was no longer an act. The show was over. The stage was set for the final escape. I gotta be out of my mind. I'm supposed to be a nurse. 2 days out of the hospital. I never should have let you come out here on a day like this. I want to be cremated. I'll keep warm longer.
There he is, right next to Mama. She's got him all to herself at last. After all these years, she finally... Hello, Bess. Daisy. Minnie.
This place is starting to look like his dressing room.
Well, I gotta get back to the city. I got a matinee. Anyone we know?
You're not as sick as you look.
Minnie, could you let me be here alone? For a few minutes.
Okay. I'll go window shop.
Hello, Harry. You haven't changed.
Mrs. Houdini? Mrs. Houdini?
Yes.
I wouldn't intrude at a moment like this, but it is important.
Well, who are you? And how did you know I was here?
I went to your house first. Your maid told me.
That was the cleaning woman. I'm the maid, and the nurse, and the companion. I also juggle and whistle Dixie.
Minnie, do I know you?
No, I don't think so. I'm the Reverend Arthur Ford, rector of the First Spiritualist Church of New York.
Hallelujah.
I'm sorry. Don't you read the papers? I've withdrawn the offer.
Come on, honey. Come on.
Mrs. Houdini, I am not interested in the $10,000.
Shall I whistle Dixie?
Reverend Ford, in the 2 years since Harry died, I've been convinced he was right. All those who claim to be in contact with the hereafter are either crooks or lunatics.
Take your choice, Reverend. Personally, I don't think you're a lunatic. Nice to have met you.
I practice a religion, not a fraud, Mrs. Houdini. Now somebody is trying to contact you from the beyond through me.
Oh, come on, Reverend. Harry and I used to do that in the act.
And badly, too. Come on, let's get a taxi.
Does the name Cecilia mean anything to you?
Mrs. Weiss, Harry's mother?
Yes.
Excuse me, Reverend, I never cared to hear from the old bag when she was alive. I certainly don't care to listen to her when she's dead. Now, come on, Minnie, I'm getting cold. Let's go home.
If you all hear from Robert E. Lee, tell him he lost. Let's go home, honey.
I think he was a real minister.
Why not? I am. Remember? Harry had me ordained once by mail order. Of course, what I really want to be is a witch doctor, but you have to go to school for that. Oh, horrible. Tastes like bootleg boot. Next time I'll put an olive in it. I'll make you some tea.
On your way out, would you straighten Mama's picture?
I could have sworn I straightened that when we came in. Why do you keep it hanging?
I promised Harry.
could that be at this hour? Nobody. Halloween. It's crazy, kids.
Minnie, I'm going upstairs to get into bed.
Good idea. I'll bring the tea up to you.
What's the matter?
I just realized we've only known each other 10 days and you're getting out of your pants.
Well, how long did Adam and Eve know each other? And they didn't even have pants on to start with.
This isn't gonna work. You don't have a penny. You live with your mother. I want to go home.
Don't worry, it's gonna be all right. I'm gonna be the greatest magician in the world.
Change me into a pumpkin.
Not until midnight.
Then it'll be too late.
Look, we are gonna have a Grace mind reading act in vaudeville. Come on, let's practice the code again.
Do I have to?
Yeah, remember, every word and combination of words means a letter. Say it with me. Pray is A,
say is C, please is D.
be quick.
Harry, this is so stupid. Why do I have to practice the code at a time like this?
Because you're nervous about what we're gonna do.
I'm not.
Oh.
Would you please put on your bathrobe before you take off your underwear?
Why?
I'm nervous.
You're beautiful. Scared, but beautiful.
Eric. To Eric. Who's Eric?
That's my real name. My mother always calls me Erinka. She thinks I'm cute.
Harry, you sure your mother won't be coming home tonight?
She's at my brother Theo's sitting with a baby. She comes home in a trolley in the morning.
Oh. Harry, I've changed my mind. What are you doing?
You might as well learn the whole act. Besides, I don't want to have to chase you around the room.
Harry, please,
Miss D.
be quick.
Miss D.
I'm not using the code. Eric? Oh my God! Oh! I'm bringing you some chicken. Hurry!
Mama, I'd like you to meet my wife.
How do you do?
So what temple did you get married in without telling me?
No temple. City Hall.
City Hall. A wedding ring I didn't see.
We didn't have enough for a wedding ring. I had to borrow one.
Tell the truth. She's not Jewish. She's a Shiksa.
I'm a Catholic, Mrs. Weiss.
Oh, what else?
Mama?
Your family has money?
Well, No, my mother's a widow.
You going to live in your mother's house?
No, Mrs. Weiss. She locked me out.
You did something to her?
Yes. I fell in love with your son.
Eric, why must you always give problems? Help me thread this needle.
Mama, don't worry. Bess is going to help me with the act. She's got a great voice. Someday we will appear at Hammerstein's Victoria. Top of the bill. Biggest act in America.
Eric, you kill yourself? Son of a sugar the magician, the lunatic.
Your son, the great Houdini.
Some great. Your brother Leo is going to be a doctor. Your brother Nathan is going to be a lawyer.
My brother, the doctor, borrowed $2 from me last week.
He has to buy books to go to college.
He has books. He wanted to go to a cat house.
At least he won't marry one of the cats. Oh, Harry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
A Catholic. Your father's turning over in his grave.
Harry, let's get out of here.
Where will you go? Sit
He
down.
said his father was
Sit
turning
down.
over in his...
Sit down. Who you think I am? Your mother? I'm sorry I called you a shiksa. You can call me a yanta.
What does that mean?
Look at me. That's what it means. Look good at me. I'm 5,000 years old. From the time of Abraham. You think that's nothing? 5,000 years, the same people. Who else can say it? Do I have to tell you what it cost us? With fire, they tried to finish us. With swords, with guns, with hate. You think I want to see them do it with love? That's all I have to say. It's done. I can't fight any more young people. What does it mean to them? You can have my room. The bed doesn't squeak. That I couldn't stand. Somebody making half a Gentile in my house.
Mama, it's gonna be all right.
Absolutely. You get married again in the temple by a rabbi like your father, and the girl will convert.
I'm a Catholic. I'm going to remain a Catholic.
Then get out.
It's just a ceremony, but to my mother, it's important.
Oh, I want the ceremony.
Good.
But we'll have the wedding in the Catholic Church first.
You do this to your dead father. To the day I die. I'll never forgive you. No.
Bess's mother showed up for the Catholic ceremony. Harry's mother came to the Orthodox one. It was a kosher Mexican standoff. Harry sent Mama half their salary every week. On closing night, he promised Bess if they didn't make a smash hit and get a big raise the next season, they'd get out of showbiz, if that's what they were in.
Sweet Rosabelle, I love you more than I can tell. For me you cast a spell, I love you, my Rosa.
curtains like this.
And here is the great Houdini. Rosabelle, sweet Rosabelle, come on out, dear Rosabelle.
On me you cast a spell.
Come on out, my Rosabelle.
Harry, I can't get out.
That's the gimmick.
It's dark in here. I can't find the gimmick. I'm suffocating. Let me out, Harry. Break the lock.
I can't. We'll try and get a raise.
For me you cast a spell. Come on out, dear Rose.
I'm gonna throw up.
Presto!
Tickets, please. Tickets.
Well, we'll be in Bridgeport in about 1 hour.
Bridgeport? We're going through to New York.
Not with these.
I got us a booking.
You promised.
I know I promised. I didn't know I could get a booking.
Harry, your mother wrote and said there's a good job for you at the tie factory.
What's a good job at a tie factory?
But you can't do this. We agreed. I've been counting on it.
I know.
I've been dreaming about it. You'd get a good 9-to-5 job, and we'd have our very own room.
Bess.
The same room every night. But you've been lying all the time, haven't you? You never for one
Bess,
minute intended...
Bess, listen to me. I can't help it. I'm a magician. That's what I am. That's all I am.
For God's sake, what's so important about being a magician?
All right, Mrs. Catholic. You ever work in a tie factory with a couple of dozen stinking old men where you never see the sun all day? You ever see your father spit upon because he was an immigrant? Wise man, proud man. But he took it because he had to feed his family. I saw it kill him. Not me. I'm gonna fight. You know what a magician does?
He starves.
He escapes. Fancy costumes, colored lights, making miracles. He escapes. It's the second best thing to being God.
Oh, Harry. You know you'd never settle for second best.
Better watch out. You gotta give Sixes a good name. Come on, if we're gonna escape, we gotta practice.
Oh, not that again.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, through my mystical powers of telepathy, I shall guess whatever the little lady has in her hand. Ta-da!
Pray tell me, sir.
P.
Pray speak.
R.
Tell.
E.
Speak.
G. Is that it? P-R-E-G? What are you doing? Yes, what? Pray?
It's the second best thing to being God, Harry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Houdini has been challenged by the Bridgeport Journal to dive into the freezing Atlantic Ocean manacled by your police department.
Go ahead, officer.
Excuse me, sir.
Just one more here, Mr. Houdini. One more shot right here.
Freezing. You'll kill yourself.
If you don't get into the papers, nobody's gonna come and see the act.
Oh, who cares? I don't want you to drown yourself for me.
It's not just for you. We're gonna have another mouth to feed.
You mean besides your mother?
Okay, guys, I'm ready. All right, guys, don't forget to get the name right. It's Harry Houdini.
Hey, Kelly.
Out of theater.
Sure those are real handcuffs?
The best in the whole department. He'll never get them off.
You're right. I shoved birdshot in the keyholes. Sure hope that New York jerk can swim.
Hey, stop!
He's drowning.
Help him! Someone help! Oh my God! Someone help him! Oh my God!
There he is. There he is.
Someone save him! He's drowning!
He's drowning.
Harry, please! Harry, our baby. Oh, our baby.
Harry's brother Nathan married a nice Orthodox girl, so they only had to have one wedding. Bess was safely out of the hospital after her miscarriage. Harry hadn't drowned himself, and they were both celebrating. It was a happy occasion, filled with sweet wine and only a few bitter memories.
Oh, Mama, I love you.
Thanks to God, I have only one more son to get married. You should have a dozen babies, all of them boys, so we can have a dozen bar mitzvahs. Everybody come here.
Yes? She shouldn't have said that. Sometimes she just doesn't think. Bess, come on. It's Nathan's wedding. It's New Year's Eve. It's time to celebrate.
Talked to the doctor today. So did your mother.
I know. You're fine.
I'm wonderful. I'm perfect, except for one little thing. I lost our baby and I can't have any more ever.
Bess.
It's all right. Your mother's very happy.
I got you a New Year's present. That's not all. Presto, changeo.
Harry. Real gold?
100%.
How much was it?
Just read the engraving.
I think I'm gonna cry.
You ever tell anyone what it says, I'll deny it.
Where'd you get the money?
I sold the act. Costumes, everything. You never take that off your finger. You hear? As long as you live.
You mean I'm wearing the whole act on my finger? I don't want it.
It's not the whole act. I had to pay the hospital bill, too.
Harry, how could you sell the act?
It wasn't easy. Everybody read the notices. Come on, I'm putting you to bed.
Don't do this for me. I'll hate myself.
I'm doing it for me. How do you think I feel being a flop, huh? I got a good job in a tie factory. I'm the best tie cutter they ever had. Every time I finish a tie, I take a bow.
The tie factory? With 24 stinking old men?
Maybe they'll wash.
You tell the truth, Harry. Mama made you do this, didn't she? Didn't she?
Bess, you never take off this ring as long as you live, you hear?
Don't touch me.
Bess, come here.
Don't touch me.
Bess,
Stay
come
away
here.
from
Come
me.
back. Bess, get into bed. Are you crazy?
No.
Bess,
Open the door!
Bess, come in.
Open sesame!
Bess, come to bed.
Everybody has some honey cake.
Keep your hands off me.
Bess, just listen for one moment. There's a very...
What's wrong?
Mama, this is private. Please leave us alone. Bess, will you
paid
please
the
settle
rent, so
down?
what's private?
You see, it's hopeless.
Bess has gotten us all upset because she thinks she made me sell the act.
How could you do such a thing? It's his whole life.
Bess, I'll get over it. You're more important.
You sold the magic, the goldfish and everything?
Mama, you never wanted me to be a magician. Taking a job at a pie factory and that's it.
You see, you made him do this to support a wife that can't even have his children.
Don't you let her twist things around.
You're gonna let a shiksa call your
Mama,
own
don't
mother a
talk.
liar?
Both of you shut! It's my idea. How do you think I feel? I've been to every booking office in the town. The great Houdinis couldn't get hired to follow Fink's mules.
All your friends say that you should go to Europe. It'll be different.
What's in Europe?
More theaters, bigger audiences. It's easier to start in Europe.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. And once they want you over there, they want you twice as much here.
You want to go?
More than anything in the world.
Let me hear it from him.
Who needs it?
Harry, this ought to pay for part of the trip to Europe.
I only made a down payment. Wouldn't take us past Hoboken.
I was, saving money to buy a headstone.
Mama.
What for? When I die, everybody'll know who I am. The great Houdini's mother. It's not bad. For Europe? Take it, Eric?
Take it, Harry.
Please, you should stay off mine side.
All right. I'm gonna send for you. When I become a hit, I'm gonna send for you. The relatives will drop dead. I'll make you the Queen of Budapest. Oh, look, Mama. Come here. 1900. It's the 20th century.
Only outside.
Magician, escape artist, aviator, movie star, spiritual debunker. This was the life of America's greatest performer, Harry Houdini. He was born Eric Weiss in 1874 in Budapest, Hungary. When he was 4 years old, his family immigrated to America, settling in Appleton, Wisconsin, where his father, Rabbi Weiss, took over the Jewish congregation. In subsequent biographies, Harry would claim Appleton as his birthplace. After reading a book about the famous French magician Jean-Eugène Robert Houdin, the young Eric decided to make magic his life calling. He would go on to change his name, taking his first name from American magician Harry Keller, and adding an I onto the end of Houdin to become Houdini. He started off as the king of cards, doing magic and handcuff escapes, while working in circus sideshow tents and dime museums. Soon joined by his brother, Theo, they toured as the Houdini brothers. During the Chicago World's Fair, he met a fellow performer named Beatrice Wilhelmina Bess Rayner. The two fell in love and were soon married. She would go on to replace Theo in the act, now calling themselves just the Houdinis, and will remain Harry's stage assistant for the rest of his career. A chance meeting with vaudeville impresario Martin Beck changed Houdini's career. He suggested he worked more on the escape part of his act and less on the magic. Houdini took the advice to heart and was soon making a name for himself by escaping from straitjackets, packing crates, milk cans, and his greatest escape of all time, the Chinese water torture, which some magicians perform to this day. He was now a headline act on vaudeville and began touring the United States as well as Europe. He became the first man to fly an airplane on the continent of Australia and started his own movie company, starring in a 15-part serial called The Master Mystery and 3 other feature films. After the death of his beloved mother, he started to seek out spiritual mediums, trying to find one that could contact her, but became angry when he discovered that they were all fakes, using cheap magic tricks to fool the bereaved. He went on a crusade to debunk them, and even used it in part of his act. In October of 1926, he began to experience insomnia and abdominal pains, which he attributed to just pulling a muscle. On a performance on the 26th of October, during a full house, he had 104-degree fever. He collapsed backstage in between acts, was revived, and went on to finish the show, collapsing again once the final curtain had come down. He was rushed to Detroit Grace Hospital, where the doctors gave him his grim prognosis. His appendix had burst, and peritonitis had spread throughout his body, and they doubted he would survive the night. But through sheer force of will, he held on for another week, until the night of October 31st, when he turned to Beth and told her, "I'm tired of fighting," closed his eyes, and left us at the age of 52. For 10 years, Mrs. Houdini would carry on a seance trying to contact her beloved husband, hoping to hear a code word that the two of them had agreed upon before his death, so she would know the message truly came from him, and received only silence. Here tonight, we present to you a recording of her last seance trying to contact Harry.
Thou disembodied spirits, those of you that have grown old in the mysterious laws of spirit land, we greet thee. We have gathered here at the appointed time. We have complied with all the requirements to enable all of you to make your presence known. Members of the spirit world have long known of the intention of this important gathering tonight. All is in readiness. Please now, the time is at hand. Make yourself known to us. Any of you, please. Manifest yourself in any way possible. Please let your united strength and knowledge aid Houdini in coming through. It is the spirit of Houdini we wish to contact. Houdini, are you here? Are you here, Houdini? Please manifest yourself in any way possible. Take from this earnest gathering any strength that may be necessary for you to use. Take any vital thing from us that you may need to enable you to carry out your promise of years ago. We have waited, Houdini, oh, so long. Never have you been able to present the evidence you promised. And now, this is a night of nights. The world is listening. Harry, your world, your audience. And Bessie is here. Your Bessie, who was part of you for 33 years. She's here, Harry, pleading in her heart for a prearranged sign from you.
Mrs. Houdini, the 0 hour has passed. The 10 years are up. Have you reached a decision?
Yes. Houdini did not come through. My last hope is gone. I do not believe that Houdini can come back to me or to anyone. After faithfully following through the 10-year Houdini compact, using every type, medium, and seance, it is now my personal and positive belief that spirit communication in any form is impossible. I do not believe that ghosts or spirits exist. The Houdini shrine has burned for 10 years. I now reverently turn out the light. It is finished. Good night, Harry.
Harry, let's get away from the food before I faint.
Don't do that. There's a Bobby over there. I was thrown out. Here, have some of my beer. Here he is.
Alice, hello. We have the table. Good. This way, come on. Oh, yes, of course. What are you doing? Always have the same thing. Will you take that? Thank you very much.
Come on. Now remember, we're headliners. $500 a week, take it or leave it.
The last week we worked, we got $20. Suppose he turns us down.
For an encore, we'll commit suicide. Mr. Slater?
Well, who might you be?
Take a card, sir.
Let me take one.
The great Houdinis. The greatest magic act in the business. Top billing every circuit in America.
Well, I've never heard of you. Why don't you see me at the theater?
Well, that's exactly what we've been trying to do, Mr. Slater. We've been sitting in your outer office every day for a week now, but you're always too busy to see us. Yet you take 2 hours for lunch. Too chubby anyway.
She's telling him. The lady is my wife, the greatest mind reader in vaudeville.
Yes, well, if she can read my mind, she's no lady. It's rather good, don't you think?
Always the gentleman.
Always the gentleman. Well, gentleman enough to pick up the bill.
Glad to hear that.
Oh, look, be off with you, otherwise I'll be running. And if you come to my office again, I'll have you thrown out. Now, what's it going to be? I think I fancy the Scotch salmon.
I fancy the lox myself, but haven't had a decent meal in 3 days.
All Harry wants is an audition.
Very well. I'll see that he gets an audition. At the Old Bailey. Ryan, officer.
This is very embarrassing, Douglas.
This gentleman disturbing you, Mr. Slater?
Yes, he is. Would you take him away? And the woman, too.
Come along.
Take your hands off my wife.
Oh,
why, say.
Do that in the act. Do it again. I'm auditioning.
Hey, where's that stuff? Cast iron?
It's an ad lib, but if you like it,
He's out of my pocket, Jim! Hold on now.
Oh, please don't do this. We didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Quiet, miss. Get him on, Jim. Now then, me bucko. We'll see the two of you get what you jolly well deserve.
Good Lord, I think I've written that dialogue.
For heaven's sake, officer, let the lady go. And take those silly manacles off the boy.
Immediately.
Who the devil might you two be? Begging your pardon?
I happen to be Superintendent Melville of Scotland Yard. I don't suppose you've heard of the place. You are a bloody idiot. And this is my old friend, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, creator, inventor of Sherlock Holmes.
How do you do?
Not one of my better days. All right, let's have your wrist, Scab. I'll take off the derbies.
Don't bother. Cheap British merchandise, sir.
Good heavens above. Extraordinary. How the hell did he... You must admit it's rather funny. There we are. Oh, yes. Come on in, gentlemen. Let me have those nasty things. Thank you. Come along. Mr. Houdini, where are you? Yes. Would you be so kind, Mr. Houdini? Step in here. I tell you what, we'll soon find out who's going to win this little bet. Yes, yes. No. I do beg your pardon. I'm so sorry. Can't allow that. Mr. Houdini has to be stripped, naked.
Oh, well, I've seen him naked. We're very friendly. I'm his wife.
Yes, you're also his accomplice, you see. No. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to touch you. I do beg your pardon. Shut the gate, will you? Yes, come along. Come on.
Well, it appears you've met your match.
If you don't mind, sir.
I'm all yours, Doc. 1 week's engagement at the Alhambra?
You'll have to get out of this engagement first, and if you don't, you owe me £50.
Don't spend it yet. I've studied every lock and handcuff in England. I'm the greatest escape artist in the world.
Dear, how American.
Yes, well, I think this will kill you. Come here. That's right. He's a new invention of Scotland Yard. Only been used once before. Harry Tyne, you remember him, Arthur?
Oh, very well.
Killed 6 of his mistresses. Had a glorious time.
Bend over, please.
We'll have a glorious time. If I get out, will you sign a letter on Scotland Yard stationery?
It'll be the last thing I do before I resign.
You are examining him thoroughly, Doctor.
Every crevice. There's nothing on him the Lord didn't give him.
Except a swollen head.
You're a good man, Doc.
Now, come along.
I'm rooting for you, old chap. You're an authentic character.
Thank you. Come along. We're going downstairs to my office. I'll give your little wife a glass of sherry and these gentlemen. Then we'll return in exactly 1 hour to release you. Unless, of course, you've given up sooner.
Excuse me, sir.
What's that?
Where is your office?
Oh, just through the barred gate and across the reception area.
Save me some sherry. I'll meet you there.
Come along, Mrs. Houdini.
Cheeky little beggar.
Good luck. Arthur confiscated this last week.
Oh, contraband liquor, I'm ashamed, sir. It's bluff. Sheer bluff. It's amazing the cheek of some of these performers. You've no idea how many I turn out of the office each.
What the devil? Ginger, what the devil's the matter?
It's naked. Just stop naked, blooming birthday.
Superintendent? How about a drink for my friend?
I closed the curtain.
In French.
Harry, I forgot the word.
Je tire le rideau comme ça.
Oh my God.
Je tire
Je tire le rideau.
comme ça.
Comme ça.
Et voilà le grand Houdini. The Queen is dead. Long live the King. Read all about it. God rest her. Here, Governor. Never be another like us. Mark my words. The Queen is dead. Victoria is dying. That's Houdini.
At the Empire Theater, old chap.
Why are you wearing that old dress?
Because you bought it for me.
I gave you plenty of money to buy a new one.
Well, it's not the same thing.
You gotta stop acting small time. The trick is to get noticed, to get your name in the headlines. It's more important than the act.
Poor Harry, you're jealous of Queen Victoria because she thought of dying first, and you can't figure out a way to top that.
I already have.
How?
By being the first one to come back.
Second, Harry, second.
You go to your church, I'll go to mine.
I bet she'll do it, too, just to take a bow.
No, just to see you again.
Stop it, Harry. I'm trying to stay mad at you.
Bess, look at that. Driver, stop. Come on, let's get a good look at it. What a gown. Designed for the Queen. Never got to see it.
Oh, Harry. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. You think it would fit Mama?
Harry kept his promise. He brought his mother all the way from New York and made her the Queen of Budapest, inviting all the relatives to watch Mrs. Meyer Samuel Weiss descend the stairway of the grand ballroom of the Royal Hotel, wearing the gown that had been designed for Queen Victoria.
It's too tight. I can't breathe.
Come on, Mama.
Maybe I should go back upstairs.
Mama, I love you. All my life you tell me you want to come back to Budapest to see the relatives, and now you're afraid.
No, please, you'll excuse. I can't.
What's wrong? Mama.
What's wrong? You don't know? First time in 30 years. I can't hold my head up. My daughter is a chic. Everybody's laughing behind their back. Don't do this. Send her upstairs. Don't do this to me. Don't do it.
Mama. This is my wife. I didn't bring her here to hide her. Now, either you come down these stairs with us or we're going alone.
Eric,
I'm in the hall. Dientes, don't talk so fast. Hello. Oh, I don't speak Hungarian. I don't speak Yiddish. Do you speak English? Fat chance.
Are you ready?
Harry, I don't think I can.
I've been teaching the words for a week.
Please.
Best, they'll have to accept you. It's the Jewish Star Spangled Banner.
Harry, please, I can't.
Yes, you can.
Kolat baleva panima nefesh Yehudi homiyo ufate mizrak yoma hayin Zion Sophia
What's wrong? Stop faking. Mama, stop trying to steal the act. You ruined Bess's song. Don't ruin the whole evening.
Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war, with the cross of Jesus going on before.
In all the years that followed, Mama never forgave either of them. Harry Houdini returned to America to become the most famous magician of all time. His milk can escape was well named. He learned to milk every second of suspense from audiences who sometimes ran up on the stage to save his life.
I will now test your ability to hold your breath. On that clock, you will see every second elapse, second by second. At the moment I submerge myself, take a deep breath and hold it as long as you can. And here we go.
Somebody help him! Get him out of there! Something's going on. Get the accent! Get off the train!
Close, boys! Close, boys! Somebody get... Break him out of there! Break him out! Hurry up! Pull up the brake! Break the brake!
They took the act to Europe every year, where the great Houdini was an international sensation. The last time they went, they left Mama behind because she was sick. The guilt was to follow Harry all the rest of his life.
Harry. Harry, for God's sake, please don't keep doing this to yourself. It's almost a year now. Your mother is dead.
I shouldn't have left when she was so sick. It's my fault. It's all my fault.
It's my fault if it's anyone's. I made you keep the booking.
She was trying to tell me something. She called my name. Theo was with her. He couldn't understand.
Harry, maybe she was saying she forgave you. Harry, come on. Stop torturing yourself. It's not going to bring her back. Nothing can. on. Hammerstein's been calling. He's offering us more than any act has ever been paid before at the Victoria.
Tell him to talk to Thea. I'm giving him the act. I don't want it anymore.
Well, what do you want, Harry? Do you want to come here every day for another 10 months, feeling sorry for yourself? Stop eating, stop living, turn yourself into a wreck.
Yes.
Oh, Harry. Don't you think I know? Harry, you've got to stop doing this to yourself. You're going to have a breakdown.
Bess, you don't understand. Mama's gone.
Damn it, I do understand. This isn't natural, Harry. It isn't you. That old Yenta is trying to pull you into that grave. She always wanted you to sleep with her.
Don't you talk like that about Mama. She's dead.
I've done all I can for you, but I can't fight a ghost. Maybe if I leave you, it might help.
How can you talk about leaving at a time like this?
Want me to wait until you're happy? Harry, when was the last time you told me you loved me? For that matter, when was the first time?
Why do I have to tell you?
Because I'm a woman. Harry, when was the last time you told your mother?
She was an old lady. What do you want?
Queen Victoria's dress. That's what I want.
I almost drowned myself in your milk can gimmick. And last week I dislocated my shoulder in the straitjacket. Harry, how much do I have to pay you to take your act back?
Damn.
I mean, I've been looking for you for months. They fought a whole war while you were crying in some cemetery trying to starve yourself to death.
Thea, come to Boston with me after the show.
What's in Boston?
Someone who says she can let us talk to Mama. So I can find out what she's trying to tell me.
Harry.
Thea, you've got to come. You were there with her.
5 minutes to curtain.
Like the great Houdini's gone crazy and you're worried about a curtain?
You're Mr. Houdini?
Oh, sure, he changed himself into a bum. It's one of his most amazing tricks.
Theo.
I once saw you dive off a bridge, handcuffed. I thought you were going to kill yourself.
So did I. Thea, I'm not crazy. I got a letter from Conan Doyle. He swears this medium helped him to speak to his son, the son that was killed in the war. He swears she's legitimate.
Harry, look. After every war, there are so many dead. Every mother, every father hopes that maybe one out of a million will get through. But you know, not one. It never happens, Harry. But all of the mediums are making a fortune. Mama never called collect.
I know that, Theo. I gotta still try. Theo, who knows what's impossible?
Oh, Harry.
This woman in Boston may be different. They say there's scientific proof.
Scientific proof? Harry, you of all people, I'm surprised that you're not. Don't be a sucker. Don't try talking to Mama. Why don't you talk to Bess, for God's sake?
I'm not talking to Bess. I'm never talking to Bess.
All right. But don't go to any cockamamie seance. Don't believe in miracles. Excuse me. I gotta walk through a brick wall. Hope I make it.
Believe in miracles. What else is there?
Good evening.
My wife, Marjorie. Please. Marjorie, I'd like to introduce you to the famous Harry Houdini.
My dear Mr. Houdini, I hope so desperately that I can help you.
I'm more desperate than you are. If I could believe, if Mama could really... Look, I'm a magician. All my life I've used tricks and sleight of hand. What I'm trying to say is, I have to be sure you don't.
I have no tricks hidden under my robe, I can assure you. I've got nothing at all. Won't you take my word for that?
I'm from New York, but pretend I'm from Missouri.
With the greatest pleasure.
Well, I'll say this. If you can't raise the dead, nobody can.
Don't worry, I can. Walter, are you here? We have an unbeliever tonight. Can you give us a sign that you are here?
Parlor tricks.
Shut your damn mouth.
Forgive him, Walter. He is in desperate grief. His mother passed over.
Yes, I know. She is here. Mama is here.
Where are you, my son?
Mama. Speak in Yiddish so I'll know it's you. Du hast? Red Yiddish.
It is not spoken in heaven, my son.
Then get the hell out of there! It ain't gonna expose you when I like you!
You better learn I will see you dead and gone!
Bess. Where have you been?
It's Daisy White. Theo sent me over to see if you've had anything to eat today. Or this week. My God, this place is like a morgue. Come on. Let's go upstairs. We'll get you washed up.
You smell lovely.
Compared to you, a mule would smell lovely. Come on. Get in there and shave. Theo's coming by to take you to dinner. Don't let him see you this way.
Has he seen Bess?
I'm not supposed to tell you. Yes. Every day. To find out how you are.
You trust me with this?
Mr. Houdini, I got nobody in this whole lousy world. My boyfriend left me. I had an abortion. I don't have a nickel in the bank, but I still want to live. And I'm stupid. You go ahead. Shave.
It's easy. Don't leave me alone.
I'm here. I'm not leaving. I wouldn't leave now no matter what.
Thank you.
I must have seen your picture in the paper 100 times. Breaking out of jail. Getting buried in a coffin. You always got out, no matter what. I felt like you were doing it for me. See, Daisy? There's always hope.
There's no hope. Right now, I'd like to die.
No, you wouldn't. I didn't really come here for this, but... No, you wouldn't. Come to bed, Harry.
All right, Mama.
This is where I came in. I was working at the hospital when we got our famous patient. I'm not even supposed to let you in the room, but I used to be in show business myself. Chester and Holt. Did you ever hear of us?
I'm sorry, no.
That's why I'm working here. Holt is driving a garbage truck.
Do you think it's all right for me to go in?
Here's his chart. There's nothing wrong with him, except it gets worse every day. You figure it out.
She's winning.
Come Hello, Harry. It's me, Bess. I just happened to be passing by. It's such a nice day, I thought you might want to try a hospital escape. Harry? Hello?
Damn it!
What the hell are you doing
Please,
back?
please, this is hospital.
So now he recognizes me. Hello.
Where you been?
Right here. Right here all the time. All you had to do was crook your finger. You never bothered.
You're the one that walked out on me.
You're the one who made me.
Score tied, 1-0.
Get out, you old bat.
He's normal. I'll be right outside if he gets violent.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I never wanted anyone to know how much I missed you.
Where's my picture, Harry?
Why did you come back if you're gonna start that again?
Get you loose from the apron strings that are pulling you into the grave, Harry!
I tried to talk to her.
I heard.
I went to a seance. Would you believe me? I went to a seance.
It was in all the newspapers. Marjorie said that Mama appeared in the room and that you were crying and calling her name over and over.
Tramp. Phony oversexed tramp. There isn't one lousy trick she does that I can't do 10 times better. Somebody ought to drive those grave robbers out of the business.
Go ahead.
I'll go ahead.
Make it part of the act.
We still got an act?
You tell me.
How?
You know very well how.
The dress is gone.
It's not the dress. It never really was the dress. I want you to tell her that you love me best. I want her to hear.
You look at your ring. It's engraved.
It's not enough.
It's all I had. It was my whole act. So I don't ever have to say it. Just believe it, Bess. Believe it. Believe till the day I die. No, till after I die. Just believe it, Bess. She's crying again.
You all right? You're really all right? I mean, your blood pressure and everything.
The doctors say I'm just fine.
Then please, Harry. Please.
Never mind, Doctor. Someone else is taking his temperature.
Your Halloween special this evening was produced by 20th Century Fox Studios and released on the ABC television network as their Friday night movie of the week. It premiered on October 8th of 1976 under the title of The Great Houdinis. It will be rebroadcast on April 6th of 1977 with the title changed to just The Great Houdini. Paul Michael Glaser, who plays Harry, is best known for his role as Detective Dave Starsky, alongside of David Soul, who played Detective Ken Hutchinson on the 1970s ABC police drama Starsky and Hutch. Sally Struthers is best known for her role as Gloria Stivic on the 1970s CBS television comedy series All in the Family. Horror icon Peter Cushing, who plays Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, would also play Doyle's greatest character, Sherlock Holmes, in 3 feature films. 1959's Hound of the Baskervilles, alongside of his best friend and fellow horror icon, Christopher Lee. 1964's Sherlock Holmes, and 1984's Sherlock Holmes and the Masks of Death. Bill Bixby, who plays the Reverend Ford, is best known for his role as Dr. David Banner from the Incredible Hulk television series, which played on the CBS television network in the 1970s. It's based on the Marvel comic book created by Stan the Man Lee and Jack King Kirby, with Lou Ferrigno playing his green-skinned, angrier alter ego.
Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
It's time for tonight's Halloween Monster Question. Harry Houdini and Bill Bixby share something in common. Do you know what it is that binds the two of them together? Your answer awaits at the end of our Halloween Fear Fable.
Don't, Harry, please.
Don't what?
Don't testify in Congress. That hearing room will be full of those nuts, fanatics, and they hate you so much there's no telling what they're going to try.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we cancel next week in Detroit? Go away someplace. Any place where we don't find ourselves always talking about death. I got the shivers. Don't let anyone in you don't know, Minnie.
Yes?
Good evening. Sir Arthur and Lady Conan Doyle.
Oh, come on.
Who was it?
Some nut says he's Sir somebody with Lady somebody.
Sir Arthur, Lady Conan Doyle.
Harry.
Come in.
We
Don't seem to be very welcome. Oh, don't mind Minnie. She used to be a bouncer in a house of ill repute.
Oh, come, I was never that fortunate.
Jane, so good to see you again. We didn't know you were in Washington. Were you at the show tonight?
Yes, my dear. And I must say we were shocked.
You know I'm here to lecture on spiritualism. I did resent all of us being called charlatans.
Arthur, I know you're sincere, but these others are...
Harry, we came backstage tonight only because we were frightened for you. Your mother is trying so desperately to get in touch with you from the beyond. She has a warning.
Come on, Arthur. Which phony told you that?
This phony. Harry, you're in terrible danger. I haven't slept for 3 nights. Your mother is frantic to talk to you. Through me.
Come to our hotel room. Now. I swear to you there is another world. I have seen it.
You have to go, Harry.
Well, if you'll promise not to do it naked.
Harry.
Who are you? Do you believe in God?
She is here. I feel her presence.
My beloved boy, thank God. Thank God I am through at last. I want to speak to my beloved boy, Harry. Harry, there is a terrible danger. You have angered many on this side. You must stop. You do not understand. There is horror here. There are evil forces who want to drag you over the divide. Stop, Harry. Stop. Goodbye. God's blessing on you all.
My mother would have cut off her right arm before she made the sign of a cross. Another little thing. She couldn't write English. Yiddish, German, Hungarian, sure. But not English.
Perhaps she learned in heaven.
What do they got up there? City College?
Harry.
That's another thing. Who got her to call me Harry? For 30 years I tried. Eric, she called me. Erinka. It's a nice name. You should be proud of it. In Budapest, I said, it's a nice name. But on Delancey Street, called me Harry. All right, Eric, she said. I'll try I should remember Erinka.
Then I'm just another crook.
Of course not. You and Arthur want to believe so badly that you can talk to your son who got killed in the war. Surely you know what the subconscious can do to the mind. You want it so bad it seems possible.
Don't you?
Me? I want it so bad, I tried to die. I wanted it so much, I'm still waiting for one word from my mother. One word I'll know is from her. I'll believe it. I'll believe it when I hear it. But I won't. It's finished. Tonight finished it. I'm convinced. Even honest people can't get through. Nobody can. We're stuck here on this side, and there is no other side.
All right. Don't believe. But for God's sake, listen to her warning. I've been through this. 3 of my friends have died, and the warnings weren't this clear. Call me a fake if you like. But call me your friend, too. Don't take the risk, Harry. Stop your atheistic crusade.
What happened to that man who wrote Sherlock Holmes? Has your brain turned to mush?
Get out!
Come on, Arthur. Use some common sense.
You have insulted me. You have insulted my wife, and more than that, you have insulted the Almighty himself.
Horse feathers. Bull. Am I getting through? Uh-oh. Idiots.
Did you have a nice talk with Mama?
What turns intelligent people into fools? Nobody's ever going to communicate with the beyond.
Not like they do from New York, anyway. I was going through your suits to send them out to be pressed. I could have saved myself the trouble. These letters seem to be from Daisy White. They steamed your pants already.
Excuse me. May I turn down the bed?
We may not use it, but go ahead. Can't stop her from writing, can I?
Do you have to keep everything she writes? Who is she, Shakespeare?
You gonna leave me again? When I have to testify in front of Congress tomorrow?
I don't know, Harry. I honest to God don't know, but I'm not going with you to hold your hand.
All right, leave. Who needs you?
It's a cinch you don't. Let's just say goodbye.
This is Marjorie! Answer me!
Damn it, Marjorie, I was busy. What do you want?
We have unbelievers with us today. Give us a sign that you are here.
Hold the table down, Houdini. I'll make her fly away.
Houdini, you are the Antichrist. Jesus was persecuted. And now we of the spiritualist religion are being persecuted. I am the Reverend Levain. And I say again that you are the devil's messenger.
Everyone in Washington knows the famous Reverend Levain. I would like you to meet the Reverend Francis Rod. Reverend, are you an ordained minister of the Spiritualist Church?
If I ain't, I'm out $11.
Reverend Rod, did you visit the Reverend Levain on my instructions?
I had the $10 seance. I spoke to my 2 dead children. Since I've never been married and never had the pleasure of getting pregnant, it was a nice surprise for all of us. I never saw this woman in my life. I got your signature on my receipt for my $10. I had you make it out to F. Rod. Fraud. It's strange you didn't recognize your own name.
Mr. Houdini, you realize that spiritualism is a religion protected by the Constitution? Are you attacking religion itself?
No, sir. I'm not.
Liar!
My father was a rabbi. For hundreds of years, my forebears were rabbis. I believe in Almighty God. But I do not believe the disembodied spirit can come back. There are only 2 kinds of mediums in this world. Those who are mental degenerates and ought to be kept under observation, and those who are moral degenerates and deliberate cheats and frauds.
Antichrist! You were sent by the devil to destroy the church, just as Judas destroyed Christ. And Judas was also a Jew!
There. It's out in the open.
Houdini, how dare you call our ministers degenerate? You are the degenerate! You! A good Christian gave me these letters. They are proof that you are a scandalous, shameful adulterer. How could you stand in judgment against our Christian church? You're a vile beast. It's all here, all in black and white. I place this in evidence.
Do you wish to answer?
Yes. I do. It's true. May I call a witness in my own defense?
It's your privilege.
Can I have my wife placed under oath?
Mrs. Houdini, will you step forward and be sworn? Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please be seated.
Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Am I a Jew?
Yes.
How long have we lived together? Sharing the good, sharing the bad. Jew and Gentile side by side.
Years. Years and years and years.
You still love me, Bess? Bess, you're under oath. Do you still love me?
Yes.
God, she's crying again.
Your husband is a Jew and a fornicator.
I know. You should be so lucky.
Sorry, Mama. Happy Halloween. Bess, I just dropped by to say hello.
From New York? You could have written.
I'm opening across the street.
You'll have to get a bicycle.
Bess, believe me, nothing. I tried. Not a damn thing.
Bess, didn't expect you so soon.
I'll bet. My God, Harry. Don't you have better taste? After the hearing, you promised it was all over.
Daisy? Bess, I swear that was
On your
nothing.
mother's grave? I met her, too. Are there any more?
Now you're gonna get us started.
Wouldn't you? In front of Congress, I stripped myself naked. I have no more pride, no more secrets. You know exactly how I feel, and yet you let her come here.
I didn't let her.
Oh, she just walked through the wall?
Bess, this isn't like you. What's the matter?
I've been having nightmares. That hearing. Those faces.
Bess, come on.
But suppose they really can see things that we can't see. Please, Harry, don't do the water torture tonight.
Bess, will you please stop this?
I'm not sure I want to see you again. And yet I'm frightened to death I'll never see you again.
Now, Bess, stop talking like this. Who is it?
Bill Grant, Mr. Houdini.
Kids from the university paper. I'll get rid of them quick. Come on in. I only got a few minutes. Bill, Grant, and Harry,
Harold Slater, sir, from the boxing
yeah,
team.
Slugger Slater's my wife. You still my wife?
I don't know. After everything has happened, I'm still not sure I really know you.
Harold heard you standing off her. Anybody can slug you in the stomach twice without hurting you?
Right. Nothing's gonna happen to
Oh, we thought it could lead off the story.
Not with Daisy, not with the act, not with anything. For once in your life, will you believe me?
Does the offer still hold, Mr. Houdini?
Yeah, it holds. It holds. I'm not gonna beg you anymore.
Okay, don't beg.
All right? I won't.
My God! You must be out of your mind! Harry, are you all right?
It's okay, Bess. It's okay. Okay, Slugger. You got another one coming.
Harry.
Nothing. See you after the show. I gotta get ready.
You got rocks in your stomach.
Yours are a little higher up.
Harry, you're coughing blood. Come on, you've got to lie down. Can you get up? Can you get up?
Oh.
Come on.
I'm okay.
Just lie down. Now, you're not going to go on tonight. I'm going to get you a doctor.
No, are you kidding? Have it all over town? I'll be finished. The great Houdini and some college kid who'll walk through my dressing room wall.
You sit down.
Oh.
You lie down here, Harry. Oh, my God.
Oh.
I wasn't really going to walk out on you again, no matter what. I have to love you. I said it in front of Congress.
Who do I have to say it in front of so you believe me?
You? You're you. You don't have to say it. I'm supposed to know.
Believe, Bess. Believe.
Harry, please don't go on stage tonight. Let me get you a doctor.
My God, she's crying again. Hey.
20 minutes, Mr. Houdini.
I'll be there. We'll be there.
Harry Houdini died in Grace Hospital, Detroit, October 31st, 1926. He had lingered for several days. We all knew he was waiting for Halloween. Made such a good headline. It was after that strange night when Mama's picture fell off the wall and Bess fell down the stairs that she finally decided there might be something unusual going on. Bess had me call the First Spiritualist Church and see if they could reach the Reverend Arthur Ford. He must have been waiting by his Ouija board. Come in. Don't catch cold. Come in.
It's miserable out.
It's miserable in, too. We're out of gin. Can I take your coat?
Thank you for calling.
Oh, don't thank me. I just work here. I'm a disappointed atheist. I don't believe in sin, and I'm not getting any. Bess? It's the fellow from the graveyard.
Hello, Reverend.
Mrs. Houdini, you've had an accident.
Someone pushed her down the stairs. Only there wasn't anybody there. Happens all the time at your church, I'm sure.
Are you a phony? You can tell me. I used to be in the business.
I don't know.
But it's a hell of an answer.
She doesn't drink. Just 2 little martinis and a shot of cough syrup. She's not responsible.
Yes, I am. I am a little drunk and responsible, so I can say what I feel. You'll excuse me, Reverend. I still ache for him at night. And if you're another four-flusher, I'm going to expose you like we did all the others. I'm going to drive you and your phony church right into the East River.
If you will excuse me, I think I'd better leave.
Don't leave. You think I'd let one chance in a million pass? He could get out of straitjackets. He did that, didn't he? You know how? He could dislocate both of his shoulders. That's how you get out of a straitjacket. Would you do it? Even if you could? But he did it. They sealed him in a coffin and held him underwater for an hour and a half. The doctor said there was only enough oxygen for 15 minutes. But he did it. All his life, all he wanted to do was escape. How can I be sure that he's finally stopped trying? Go ahead, Reverend. What's your message for me from the great beyond? But remember, I know what it is. Harry and I agreed when I held him in my arms in the hospital. Harry and I agreed on a message no lying seance fakers could possibly figure out. Because the only place they could find it was in our hearts. Only if I hear it, word for word, will I believe. I'm a little dizzy, Minnie.
That cough syrup will do it every time. Come on, dear.
Mrs. Houdini, I told you I have no message from your husband.
Clever. What's your next move?
To leave? I feel you are in no condition to listen to reason.
What's reason got to do with it? If you've talked to Mama, prove it.
I can't prove it. I can believe it. Only you can prove it. I have no idea what the message means.
I'll know. Try me.
I'll forgive.
Get him out of here right away.
Mrs. Houdini.
No, I said get out of here. I said get out of here.
Out.
Reverend. Tomorrow morning, in broad daylight. And I want a committee. I want the toughest damn committee you ever heard of.
Out.
Now, I will try to reach my contact in the other world. His name is Fletcher. He died a long time ago, and he is my guide into eternity. I know that most of you are doubters, but please try to keep an open mind. As Shakespeare said, there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Hello. This is Fletcher. A man who says he is Eric Weiss is here. He tells me to say, hello, Bess. Sweetheart. He says, do you have a message for me?
How about horse feathers? Shh. I can talk. I'm an ordained minister.
He says, no, Minnie. You were a bouncer in a house of ill repute.
What is the message he has for me?
He tells me to say, Rosabelle, Answer.
B.
Tell.
E.
Pray answer.
L.
Look.
I.
Tell.
E.
Answer.
Answer. V.
Tell.
Tell. E. Believe. Believe.
He wants to know. Is this the message we agreed on? The message you want to hear?
Yes, darling. Rosabelle, believe. I do. I do.
He's giving me the rest of it now. He says, you can take the act off your finger now. It's all right to tell what's engraved inside. I won't deny it.
Rosabelle, sweet Rosabelle, I love you more than I can tell. For me you cast a spell, I love you, my Rosabelle. My God, she's crying again.
He says, have you learned to speak French yet? He's smiling now. He says, there are 11 words in French which finish the message.
Je tire le rideau comme ça. Et voilà le grand Houdini.
Until her death, Bess never denied that this was the exact message she and Harry had agreed on that Halloween night when he lay dying. The newspapers decided it was all a hoax, that Houdini hadn't come back. Me? I believe the son of a bitch loved her.
Many people still gather to this day and hold a seance trying to contact Harry, hoping against hope to hear that magic phrase, Rosabelle, believe. So far we haven't heard it, but there's always hope. I myself am going to be joining one of those seances later this evening. I just hope it goes better than the last one we went to. It was a diminutive little fellow running the seance, who afterwards quickly left. As soon as he did, the police showed up and informed us that he had been arrested for fraud days earlier. and told us to be on the lookout for a small medium at large. Now, let's reveal your answer to tonight's Halloween monster question. What binds Harry Houdini and Bill Bixby together? It's, of course, magic. Bixby would play the prestidigitator Anthony Blake on the 1973 NBC television series The Magician, where he would use his magical skills as an amateur crime solver. He was taught by the master of magic, Mark Wilson. And when the series ended, went on tour with his own lavish stage show, which received great reviews. Mrs. Graves says it's time to take Fang trick-or-treating. Really? That's your costume? A Care Bear? Oh. It's an I Don't Care Bear. Okay. I think you could have used a little less mange on it. Sorry. I didn't realize that was all you. Well, I'd like to wish all of you, my children of the grave, a very happy Halloween. And I thank you for supporting us these last 12 years. And want to let you know that more terror is on the way. So until then, for all of us here at the Haunted Hotel, I bid you good night. Happy Halloween. Creep it real. And as always, rest in peace.